perform hand hygiene and I would ensure the patient's privacy before starting this. Good morning, Mr. Sims. My name is Hannah. I'll be your nurse today. We will be performing wound care. May I go ahead and get your first and last name and date of birth? Thank you. So how is your pain today? Could you go ahead and rate it on a scale of 1 to 10? We'll go ahead and put on non-sterile gloves. In order to remove the patient's dressing. Mr. Sims, I'm going to go ahead and remove this dressing from you. I would be noting any color or discharge on the packaging. After that, I would go ahead and discard this. Also remove my gloves. So I would be in order to measure his wound. Measure his wound, making sure I do not touch the ruler to the wound. I would measure go ahead and measure in inches, measure the length along with the width. After that, I would go ahead and discard the ruler along with these gloves. Those into the biohazard bag, and now I'd be able to set up my sterile field. I'll go ahead and pour saline water into this cup. For that, I would go ahead and remove the sterile packaging of the wrap or towel. Go ahead and remove this, making sure not to let this touch the table. Place the blue side down. After that, I would go ahead and remove the sterile packaging of the pads and gauze. Go ahead and remove the cotton swabs from its sterile packaging as well. Along with another set. After that, I'd be ready to put on my sterile gloves. After that, I am ready to go ahead and clean Mr. Sims' wound. I'll go ahead and take a cotton swab, dip it into the container of saline, go ahead and clean edges around the wound, going in a downward motion. I would go ahead and discard this cotton swab, take the saline, clean along this side just to ensure I didn't take anything from this side over. Discard of this, dip into saline again, go inside the wound, clean downwards. After that, I would go ahead and discard of this cotton swab, and then I would be ready to check the depth of the wound. I would place it inside and break it, place it to the side in order to measure it later. After that, I would take another cotton swab in order to check up tunneling within the wound. After that, I would go ahead and discard of this cotton swab. And now I am ready to package the wound. I take a gauze and then dip it into the saline, wring out the saline, and then place it into the wound. Go ahead and discard of this cotton swab. After that, I would take another one in order to and then I would take this, place it on top, make sure to have the blue line showing or on top, and then go ahead and tape it, date and initial. After that, I would go ahead and note any color, discharge of the wound, ask Mr. Sims his pain during the procedure and then after. After that, I would go ahead, reposition Mr. Sims into a comfortable position, and take all my information and document.